everybody. So I'm back with working on this Frida journal, and I'm kind of doing like a little planning session maybe. I'm trying not to let this overwhelm me because I have so much stuff that I've collected and that speaks to me and that I don't know. So I think, and I've been debating all day, I'm trying to decide if I want to do 2 Frida journals. I know I have the little golden book and I have this one, and so I could do a little golden book and this one, or I could just do another one with this, maybe the opposite of this, with the lined fabric, you know, the cover, doing this lined fabric and have the flowers on the inside. Quite opposite of this. That's what I'm talking about. The inside of this one's the lined, and the outside is the flowers. So maybe if I did one about the same size. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to use this as a planning session. Right now my papers are cut and I'm looking at 3 signatures, and it's got a little bit of room for me to grow in it, which is good, because I have so much stuff. So I don't know. I thought I would jump on here and just kind of maybe do a... I'm such a Libra. Everything has to have a balance. Like, if I have 2 signatures, and I have 2 pieces of ephemera, I want 1 in each. And if I have 4 signatures and 2 pieces of ephemera, I'm going to do every other one. And it's draining to me sometimes. But I feel it's the best way to be fair and equal throughout the journal. Otherwise, I feel like I'm going to put all the goods right at the beginning when I start working on it. It's like, oh, I've got this. Oh, I've got this. Oh, I've got this. And then towards the end, it's not going to have anything. And so to avoid that, I kind of feel like I have to, divide the stuff amongst the signatures. Unless, of course, I'm doing a storybook journal and it goes in storyline. So what I have so far, again, 3 signatures. And this is the first page of the book right now. I had a couple of these, and I just felt like you needed to open up and see her. I haven't decided what to do on the inside covers yet. I'm playing around with the idea of the paper dolls, cutting her out and tucking her in here, and then cutting out some of her really cool dresses and outfits, and of course backing them, because this is some pretty thick paper, but it's not real thick. And, making journal cards out of them or whatever, and putting them throughout the book, throughout the journal. So it would therefore be kind of like a paper doll / journal. So I haven't decided. So if I do that, I'll put her here in the beginning of the book and put the dresses throughout. Still undecided on that. I did tuck in a little playing card here. And a little snippet word, empowered. But that is as far as I've gotten. And I'll tell you why. Because my pages are scrapbook pages, and I essentially need to sew them together, back to back. I do have some dyed paper in here for journaling space, but for the most part, I need to sew all my pages together. you know, front to back kind of thing. But I haven't done that yet because this is a prime example. So I wanted to sew this picture. This picture is sewn onto this page, but I didn't want all that to be right there. So I need to kind of plan my stuff out before I sew my pages together, is kind of my thinking. So that's why I haven't sewn my pages together yet. So, that to be said, I feel like I have I know I have 3 signatures, and I kind of want to play around with, last night I sewed, that's mostly what I did last night. I sewed all my stuff. But I kind of want to maybe divide all my stuff into 3 and just kind of see where I'm at, is my thought process for today. And that way you guys can kind of see what I'm working with as well. Maybe let's dig around in this stuff first. I've just been tossing stuff up here. You know how that goes. Stuff that might or might not work. So let's see here. Those are just willing. Oh, let me just pour out my butterflies everywhere. These are little butterflies that I got in some Happy Mail from my friend Mary Ellen at Red Parrot, and they're bright and colorful, and they are gonna work really nicely in this, I think. So they'll be used throughout. That's throughout. And so I have, let me just start with these goodies. I have 3 signatures. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've already used one of these cards. So that makes me have 2 cards in each signature. One of them is already in there. So are you with me? This is kind of how we're going to have to I have these little envelopes. I have already used a pink one in the front, so I'm going to do that. And then there's another little. And I may not use all these in all the signatures, but if I divide all my ephemera, that kind of gives me an idea of, okay, this is what I have to use in the 3rd signature, and I got to find a place for all this in the 3rd signature kind of thing. That's kind of my thought process when I do this. Looky here. See, I just have Frida on here 3 different times, so we'll make sure Frida is in each signature. See, that's kind of how I do that. So I have these 2 little envelopes. They're kind of little cutesy little document holder envelopes. They're fun colors. I have 2 of them. And so since I only have 2, I'm leaning towards the first and the last signature. And again, who knows if I'll use them, if I will, if I won't, either way. I have plenty of these floating around, so I think I'm going to just set that aside for scraps. I have this, which is a photo of Frida and a photo of Frida, and it's a card. And my thinking is, if I could, let me make sure you guys are in frame here, before I sew on my pages, sew my pages back to back, if I could tuck it in, and it would be sewn in between the pages, not this page of course, but then it would just be a flip out that's kind of sewn into the book. So that's my thinking with this. And I kind of got the same thing going on here, except for this says, see the artist as art, and then photographing Frida, portraits of Frida Kahlo. So this, where I've gotten a lot of my images we had a, at our art museum, we had a Frida Kahlo exhibit. It was photographs of Frida. It wasn't her artwork, but it was her photographs of her at our art center. And so they heavily advertised it. This was a member preview and reception. This shows you how long I've been a fan of Frida, 2019 at least. But anyways, I think this will be okay to put in the journal. It says, see the artist as art, and then it's photographing Frida, portraits of Frida Kahlo, which is fine to be. So I could do the same kind of situation with this one. So since I have two of them, one in each signature. And since this picture is already my front image, I'm going to put it in the third signature. See what I'm doing here? I'm very OCD about this. And I don't know why. I can't just be willy-nilly free with it. I printed out some digital. So these digitals, I believe, are from Cindy at Studioloo, from her Patreon. If I'm not mistaken, it's her September Journal With Me kit, but it may possibly be August. I don't recall. But Cindy at Studioloo, the folk art images, they're throughout here as well. I printed out several of them. These images, which are embroidered flowers, which I think they're gorgeous. And I have, so I printed out these three. They're technically bookmarks, but I'm planning to attach them along the side of a page, is my thinking, just for decoration. And I have three of them. I could print off more if I wanted more, but I think three is fine. And so I'll just do one in each signature. I also have these. These are bigger. I've added a backing to them. I need to sew them, but they'll be journal cards. And I guess I could go ahead and sort them. So that is the same as that, so we don't need that there, and that is the same as that, so we'll put him here and put there. So, but I need to sew them. But anyways, here nor there. Anyways, these are embroidered flower images. It's a kit that's on RavenPrintableDesigns. I think I've mentioned I purchased her whole shop deal, and so I have access to all of her images, which is really cool. And I was browsing around trying to find some that really were bright and spoke to this journal, and I found these. And then as I was digging on her stuff, I realized she has some Frida Kahlo images. So of course I had to print out those, and they're just quite gorgeous. Printed out a few of those, and let me just think here. I just realized I took some fussy cutting to work today to cut. And so I have those to play around with. They're also Frida Kahlo images from the kit RavenPrintableDesigns. I'll be sure and tag it in the bottom of this video. She's got a lot of good stuff. This is one of them. The Frida Kahlos are one of them. I have 4 images that I printed out. She has several of them, but these are 4 that I just really loved. These 2 I really loved. I'm not leaning so much towards this one. So if I had to do one of each, I could do one of each. And we'll set this over in our scraps, per se. I've got some scrapbook paper. These bright, colorful designs. And I made cards out of them. I backed them and sewed them, but I'm thinking, I initially created them to be pockets or cards, either way. They're ready to go either way. So let me just see how we can break these down. I have 2 of every color but the pink, and I have 4. So none of those equal 3. So, so let's just see here how we want to do this. We can do 1 pink one each, of course. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That leaves us 7. Still an odd number, but that's okay. Where does the odd number go? In the middle. So let's do that, because somebody's going to have 2. And so let's do, well, let's do this. We're just not going to stress about that. That's how we settled that. What else do I have here? I decorated some envelopes. I love using envelopes as flip outs. So I have 3 big pink envelopes. And this one has a drawing or a painting by Pablo Picasso. It's not, it just reminded me of Frida Kahlo. It's a Pablo Picasso painting, but the other 2 have quotes and extras on them. I have 2 orange envelopes that I've created on, so we're going to do those there. And I have, so let's see here. I have these. They're all duplicates, which is also another reason why I think that I could do another journal. Didn't I say there was already? Yeah. So see, I've got this one in the front when you first open it, and then I've got it as a flip out in the 3rd signature here, down here somewhere. There she is. So I already got one in the front, so I have 2, and I just got to decide which one I want to put in here. How about we do this one, and we're going to set this one aside. Even though it's nice and good and ready to go, we're just kind of planning right now. Then I have 2 of these images, and I'm going to do this, and then I've got this one random image I'm going to do there. I have 3 of these flowers that I've sewn, and my thinking is tuck spots on these, and we'll just do that. I have some black and white images, and of course I've got 4. Now I know this image was on one of these. I think it was on this one. Nope. Oh, but that's on that. Huh. What do you think? Oh, well, this is a card. That's okay. Anyway, so the black and white image is back here on this one. Yep. This is one of my favorite images of her, by the way. So we're going to put this here, and then we have these 3. Put her and Diego here and there, and then I have this one. We'll put it there, which works out good. This is how my brain works. I have 4 black and white images, 2 of her by herself and 2 with people. So that's how they're evened out. Let me see here. What else do I have? I have 4 cards done with Cindy's folk image. And I have one done in a card. And then I have two that are just printed back and back. They'll just be added extras. So that's how I do that. So we still have 4. So let's do this. Let's do this one. And this one. And this one, and we'll set this one aside as our extra. And then I have this. Just going to tuck it right there. And then I have this, which I'm going to do some more of these if I need them. So I'm just going to put that right there. Then I have this little notebook. I need to finish it, sew it. But these images as well, these are bright florals, I believe. They're from the Raven Printable Designs as well. I just thought they really spoke to this journal, but I made a little notebook out of one of them. And then I have these 2 images here. So, you see how quickly it stacks up? I told you I had a lot of stuff. And then, so now I have these little fussy cuts. I have, these were from the embroidered flower kit. I think they're all different. There's 12 of them. They're round circles. I already kind of have an idea of how I'm going to use them. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I was thinking I was losing my mind. So anyways, that's 4 in each. Is that right? Yep. Then I have these little cutouts. These are more images from Raven Printable Design. They're fussy cut Fridas. Cute, huh? Fussy cut Fridas. There's one weird one that size. And then there's 3 like this. And then there's these 2. Okay. And I think that's all I have as far as ephemera, per se. I do have some more flowers that I can play with. I do have my little extras and my butterflies. And I do have some scraps that I can make some more tags and cards with if I need to. But that's a lot of stuff, guys. Let me show you how thick that is. There's a lot of stuff. So, like I said, I'm kind of thinking that that's gonna cause this to be really thick, and I'm just back and forth about whether I want to do that or whether I want to just make another one. And pare this down a little bit and make a second journal. So that's kind of where I'm at. I have some sewing still to do, and yeah, then I'll start piecing it together. I kind of want to piece it together. How about this? Let's just I'm gonna keep this separate now. Let's just kind of piece together and see how far we get with it. Again, I haven't sewn my pages together because things like envelopes and things like that I want to, excuse me, tuck in. My idea with these is to fold them along the corner. I did some butterflies like this in my Animalia, and I haven't decided if I want to leave them to where they flap out, or I can do them up a little bit as a tag. I haven't decided, but that's kind of my thought process on those. And so this one has, I'm going to have 2 envelopes in it. I'll do my orange one up front. Oh, and I've got a postcard in here already. And since I did this ahead of time, I've already got my sticker on it. I can't put it this way. I gotta put it this way. So maybe we'll clip him there. And my idea, my thought process with this is that this could go right here as a decoration. So, so we'll clip that there. And then since that's in the first half, I'm gonna go to the back half for this one. How perfect is that quote? When your passion inspires the world, you've made history. I'd say that fits her quite well. I would say so. And I'll clip you on this last page. Gotta figure out what to go inside. It's kind of small. Could always tuck that in there. But remember, I have 3 of these pink ones total. We'll work it. Even though she's on the front, she can be on the back too. Okay. Like I said, I'm just kind of planning right now, seeing what happens. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 that can be used as pockets. If we have 4 pockets, what can go in our pockets? That can go in a pocket. This is a flip out. Let's figure out where we want this one. Maybe on here. Well, that really don't go. Might have to switch this out. Oh, maybe this will work. That would work. Okay. I'm gonna clip these together because this is kind of the idea behind that. Okay, back to our pockets. We have, this can tuck in a pocket. And these could tuck in a pocket. Just have to be real tight with them. This can go here. What do you say? We'll have to worry about that in a minute. I'm planning, not decorating. Okay. These can go, this can go in a pocket. Okay, this is a pocket. And this is a pocket. This is a tuck spot that this can tuck into. Okay. So I need to see what we have going on here. We could do that there, and then that there. Okay. There's a lot to clip on that one. We'll use a little bitty clip. Sorry, I'm bouncing y'all around. And then I can do this with this. Okay. Or do we want to do that on a different page, a darker page maybe? Of course, this can be a tuck as well instead of a pocket. I kind of like that. Okay. Do that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So I'm down to this that can tuck into that. Purple matches her hair thingy really well. Oh, that's the same image there, so we need to go this way with that. How about that? Or you could do the purple and yellow here. I think I like that better. And we can figure out I'm I'm just rambling. And so we are down to these guys and these guys. Where did my cards go? Oh, I guess I just had one to use. Okay. So we may not need to use these. So I have these two little guys. It's got a card in it. Can do some sort of pocket here with okay. So we'll make some pockets out of theirs. Have a double pocket here. Okay. So we'll do that with those. This leaves this center as an uncharted territory. To bring out the big ones. So there's nothing going on this. So I could easily, I do have some paper that is, it's in a little notebook, and it's lined paper that I can easily trim down and do journal space here. So I think I'm just going to tuck this in here so we know what we're doing here. I'm going to leave this, I think. I might embellish with some flowers. Let's see here. Might embellish with some flowers. Guess we'll use these because there's a bunch of them. But it's light enough you can journal on it, so I'll leave it as journaling space. I'm just seeing if there's other places we can tuck in some journaling space. All the blank spaces don't have, I mean, I guess I could do the line space there, not without the blue. And okay, and then of course, so we still have this guy. Now, this doesn't have to be made into a card. We can easily attach it just as a really pretty image on the page. If we can find a spot for it. We can tuck it up under there. And I've got these to decorate with, and then I've got 4 of these. Again, I won't put it on this one because I need to, well, I mean, I guess I could, but one, how many pages are in here? 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's gonna go on there somewhere. And then it's gonna go on here. to be even with everybody. And then I wanted to see, this yellow is going to go on there, on this yellow card here. And then put you there because the background matches. That looks okay there. I'll put you on here somewhere. Okay. So, we'll put you on here somewhere. So, I ended up not using, are you going to be a tuck-in? I think I'll tuck you in here. So I ended up not using these 3 little envelopes, and that's okay. I can put them in my scraps, and if I need a little something, I can do that. So we got this first signature kind of planned out. And I'm going to call that for this video. You guys can kind of see what I'm working on, see where I'm at with it. I'll do the same kind of process to the next 2 signatures. And then I'll be to where I can just kind of go signature by signature, you know, page by page and see what I need and work it that way. I'm going to say I don't normally plan out to this degree my signatures by clipping where I want what, you know. I just kind of usually have my stack and I say this all has to go in there somewhere. But I think I'm doing it different because I haven't sewed my pages together. So I feel like I need to figure out what I'm doing before I sew my pages together. So that's where I'm at with that. And I guess, I tell you what, I guess if once I get my signatures done and it is just way too thick for this baby, I will find another book that's thicker. I have plenty of material to recover it, so hopefully I won't have to do that. Hopefully we'll fit in here all nice. Even if we are gator mouth a little bit, I'm okay with that. But I don't want it gator mouth too thick to where you can't open the pages and all that. So, the trick is if I have to find another book, it's got to be, my pages it's got to be this size. And if worst comes to worst, I will have to cut this apart and make my own spine. And I don't mind doing that, but I've already covered this in fabric, so it would be a little tricky and a little bit of the pain in the rear. But we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen somehow. So, all this planned out, and I haven't decided about this. So, I've got some decisions to make. Really. So, yeah. A few decisions to make. So, anyways, I'm going to close this up for now. And, again, kind of plan out my next 2 signatures and see what happens and see where I'm at. And we'll go from there. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for following along. And, if you have any thoughts or comments or suggestions, be sure and put them in the comment section because I am open to some guidance. I feel like this is a little bit overwhelming to me, but I think it's because I've really wanted to do this for a really long time. So, and I want it to be perfect. So, anyways, I'll close up for now and carry on. And I'll be back soon enough. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.